Testing 1 2 1 2. Welcome into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Welcome to Germany. Yeah, we're doing a Germany flight today. Dusseldorf to Munich. This is the Aerosoft, I believe. I believe this is Aerosoft is what I have. Welcome on in. So I know I said I wasn't going to fly, I wasn't going to stream today, but you know, I said, what the hell, I'm going to fly anyways, and might as well go ahead and get a stream in as well. Keep the streak alive as long as we possibly can, which won't be very long. But anyways, welcome into the stream. This is, of course, the big FENIX update. We're using Fly the Line again today, as we do. I just got done with the flight about a half hour ago. 96 out of 100 on my quest to 100. I'm so ever close to it. I think I have things dialed in a lot better now. It's definitely the time. The time's definitely the thing that is capturing the biggest issue for me getting up to that 100%. So I'm kind of just chillaxing a bit on my time. I have it set, I think, for between 15 and 25. So I think the next route I end up doing, the next sector I end up programming or scheduling, I'm going to do between 10 and 15. I think that's going to be more of the like happy medium, at least when it comes to my kind of startups and pushbacks and all that jazz here in Flight Sim 2024. So we'll see how things work out. But either way, today we're probably not going to get that 100. Hopefully I can at least get another 96. If not a 98 would be really cool. But, you know, no promises with any of that. I did do a couple flights I did 2 flights, I think, after the stream yesterday, and all went really, really good. I really enjoy this FENIX update. I haven't had any of the issues I had from day 1 with it, which is really, really cool. And everything's been really, really good. So let's go and jump into the cockpit here. I have a countdown of 15 minutes to get the hell out of here, and that should be plenty of time with the way I roll things here. So let's go ahead and click that FENIX. That's going to yell at me because I keep on forgetting to change the thing. So let's go here and load the aircraft up. That's all good. I love the physics in this new update for the FENIX. It's really, really cool. I'm also working on a video, which might come out today. Might come out today, depending on how much time I have after this stream here. I'm just doing the one flight today. It's about a 45 minutes to an hour long flight. So it shouldn't be too long of a flight. So I should have plenty of time to get that done before I end up heading to work for the day. All right, so we got the APUs firing up there. That's all looking grand. Let's go on down here. Let's go to config. Let's go to manual. Let's go to nav. Let's scroll on down. IRS 1, 2, 3. IRS is all aligned. Now we're just waiting for the FCU to come on board. I actually finally did. I pulled the trigger and I ordered the McDo from WinWing. I've been thinking about it for a very long time. I've been thinking about, like, is it all that necessary for me to get? Should I get it? Am I going to use it enough? And I finally pulled the trigger on it because, well, it looks really cool, and I love to continue to support WinWing however I can and whenever I can. And in this case, it was purchasing the McDo. So I did purchase this very one for the Airbus A320. I'm obviously flying the 319 today, but it will work with that. And then I also thought about the realistically where I can use Mobiflight profiles and make it work that way. 15 and 35. Cost index to 15,350 for the cruise altitude today. I'm going to swing on over here to the side. We're going to send this to the McDo. Go over here, send this to the McDo. Ground services for this one. And now this is all going to load on in. Go to Performance tab, we should have that all good. Flaps 1 departure. So my last flight I actually did a Flaps 4, which is rare for me because I normally do a Flaps 3 in the 319. And I don't know, I can't really tell if it worked better or was about the same. If I had to put money on it, I would say about the same. The landing, all that jazz was pretty good, you know, for me. Let's see, deliveries 121780. All right, over to clearance. Oh, what the hell? Why is my button not working? Okay, I had this fixed yesterday with Beyondatc trigger. Okay, well, that's not working again for me today. That's weird. It was just working.
Lufthansa 2037.
It was
ready for
just
IFR
working.
clearance to Munich Airport.
I don't understand why. Oh well. Let's see. Squawk. Is Squawk 1000? Is that like the regular? 23 left, Addon 1. Yep, perfect. I've been getting Squawk 1000 here in Germany. Is that normal? Like every single flight has been 1000. That seems really strange. I don't know how things work in Europe, so I could be completely wrong on my thought process, but just based on the US stuff, like, you get a different squawk code every time. It's been the exact same squawk, so I don't know if it's a Beyondatc issue or what. Alright, let's go. We're doing the B, and then we're going to insert that. Cool, grand, beautiful. That's grand. 12 minutes for pushback. Altimeter set. One thing is, I don't know if they changed what they changed here with the FENIX. But so if you go over here to the tablet, dude, sim settings, there used to be a save button. That button's gone now, and I can't get it to save. So I don't know how you're supposed to save it. I don't understand. I am lost at words of how this is supposed to work. Either way, that's fine. Alright, let's go up top here. We're going to go and do the APU bleed. Give it a couple seconds. And then external power. Oh, crap. Uh-oh, I hit a wrong button. Alright, let's fire up the APU again. Because I was a doofus. Let's get that fire back up. Gosh dang it. Alright. That's fine, that's fine. Doesn't take too terribly long. We're going to climb via the SID. So we're climbing up to 3.5. I'm going to put just 3.5 into the system here with the pushback. Runway 23 is our departure. So that's behind us. So I'm guessing pushback is going to be facing the northeast. That would be my guess. So we're going to wait for the APU to come back on board. Sean, welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully the weather is good where you are. Let's see. We don't have a whole lot of room here, so we're going to try to face this direction. Alright, how's our APU? APU is good there now. Bleed. Let's try to hit the button again like an idiot. External power, good. Let's see if this button works. Nope, what the hell? Why all of a sudden?
Lufthansa 2037, gate Alpha 8, request pushback and engine
Don't
start.
understand. I'm going to do a complete uninstall of Beyondatc and reinstall it.
Only 10 minutes to go.
Alright, 10 minutes to go. Cool. Release the parking brake. Request a pushback. Pushback commencing. Let's go on down here. That's there. That's there. That's on. That's the start. Squawking it. Squawk 1. Or sorry, engine 1. Squawk 1. And spoilers are armed. Clock's a-clocking. And northwest, yeah, cool. Or northwest. Northwest makes no sense, right? Northeast, I thought. North, maybe it is northwest. Maybe I'm just confusing myself. All right, pushback is looking pretty good here. We're gonna do a flaps 1 departure. We have 86 minutes to get to our airport. That should be just fine because it's about a 45 to a 50-minute cruise. Engine number 2 coming on board. Flaps number 1. Max set there. These cars, I think all the vehicles here are all from the airport itself. Which actually makes it look like it's, you know, like the trailer we saw for Flight Sim 2024, the very first trailer? That's what it kind of looks like. I finally have the experience where it looks like the actual trailer from the sim. I don't understand why my Alpha just stopped working randomly. It's just stuff like that just bothers the hell out of me. Alright, we're going to request a taxi to the runway. Up top here we have a good APU. That's going to be turned off. All calls set there. Taxi lights on. Papa 1, Mike Lima 1.
Runway 23, left taxi via Papa 1, Mike Lima 1, Lufthansa 2037.
Papa 1, Lima. So we are supposed to kind of turn on the other one. That's fine. We'll make it work. Alright, bring up the engines. Stabilizing that. Go on down here. We're going to go ahead and hit the takeoff config. Switch this over to that. Switch this over to performance. All's grand there. Alright, let's make our turn. So this is Lima 5. We're supposed to do Papa 1. Which, maybe this is Papa 1. What is this? No, this is Lima 5. I'm not sure where Papa 1 is. Oh, there's traffic there. We're cutting in front of them. That's fine. Alright. Looking good. I swear, the coolest thing, there's so many amazing things about this update. So many amazing things about this FENIX update. But I think for me, it's the physics. It's the way that the plane just kind of tilts. It tilts in the direction when you're on the ground. It's so cool. There's something really amazing about it. And I know the old FENIX did not do this. The V2 did not do this. This is a totally different feel. If it did, it wasn't as aggressive. Now, I don't know how realistic this is from the cockpit view. But either way, it looks really cool. It looks really cool in the sim. Alright, runway 23 left makes perfect sense for this departure. My last flight, it actually went really well. The Beyondatc did its job right. I kind of goofed up a little bit. I'm not used to flying in Europe, so I have to, get things I need to understand things a little bit better. But Beyondatc did a pretty good job. Runways were correct. It did a runway change, but the runway change worked because it was a crosswind, so that was all fine. What's your opinions on the new sounds? The new sounds are really good. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm very, very impressed. The new sounds are pretty stellar. I love the new sounds on the wheels up. I think that's really, really good. The engine sounds are really good. Yeah, the sounds are stellar. Lima 1. So the thing that's crazy is that the sounds could easily have gotten its own sound pack, like a paid sound pack. I'm not quite sure why some liveries are white. I am going to tomorrow probably. I'm not going to stream tomorrow since I'm streaming today. I'm going to take tomorrow off now. But I'm going to go ahead and remove FS traffic. I'm going to go ahead and throw in FSLTL again. And I'm going to use the mod that's over on Flight Sim TO. I did a video on it where it reduces the textures. Because I really couldn't tell much of a difference with it. And that should help with getting rid of some of these white planes. These white livery planes. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, request departure.
Lufthansa 2037 holding short.
Peter, welcome in. It took me all this time yesterday thinking the big FENIX update was some weather thing, and it just means big FENIX. Oh yeah. Yeah, holding short 2 left.
Lufthansa 2037.
Some big weather update. Alright, line up and wait. Landing lights are on. Some people have been having issues with the weather radar not showing up. P2 found I think a video for it. It's in the Discord if you're interested. Alright, line up here. The only sound I feel that could, could be improved is when I start the engines. The pack sounds don't get quite as quiet. Yeah, it is. I noticed that. It is a little bit quiet compared to the previous sounds. Again, I've never been in the cockpit of a 319, so I can't really give you my personal opinion on it. But I do feel they are a little quiet. Alright, throttle's coming up.
Runway 23 left, cleared for
Flex.
takeoff. Lufthansa 2037.
Clock. Alright, let's go flying. This is a very nice airport, though. I really like this add-on. And this is a 2024 compatible update. Pretty sure this is Aerosoft. And just like that, we're going to start rotating. That's a good rotation. Gear going up.
Runway 23 left.
The gear up sounds, I think, are the same. They don't sound different, but that always sounded pretty good. I always thought they sounded pretty good. What is this place? It's like a hotel or something?
Eurowings 77 Bravo, Dusseldorf Tower, runway 23 left, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, looking good. Now just waiting for the climb thrust.
Runway 23
Flaps
left.
up. Spoilers are disarmed.
Eurowings 77 Bravo.
And into climb.
Lufthansa 2037.
Also, I think I got things figured out fully with auto FPS because it's been working spectacularly. How do you say the word? It's been working great. Let's just change the word. It's been working really, really good. I also did a test flight last night, and I am today doing the flight as well with it, but I also dropped my refresh rate down from 116 down to 90. That should give my GPU and CPU a little bit more headroom to work with. Let's bring up that nose a bit. Because I was experiencing some of that VRAM issues. Now I know that's not going to really help with VRAM per se. Auto FPS is probably helping the most with that. But it just kind of helps where the GPU is not, you know, overloaded.
170, Lufthansa 2037.
Alright, swinging over to the left now. Still in manual flying mode. Looking good. We're going through our departure here. And here we are at 5,000. So standard pressure. And let's go ahead and get on course here. All right, then we'll take a look at our arrival because I don't want to goof up this one as well. I did this flight. I did what did I do? Munich to Dusseldorf, and I kind of goofed up the arrival, so I ended up doing a 360 in the sky because I came in a little high. All right, 7,000. Swing over to the left a little bit more, and you see I got my clouds fixed from last night's stream. Looking grand. 8,000. Alright, once we get up to about 10,000, that's when I normally put on AP. So that gives us a good almost 4 minutes worth of hand flying. We'll get on course here and then we'll throw on AP. Alright, let's want this nose down just a little bit here. And let's go ahead and do that AP. Very, very good. Alright, very good departure out of our airport today. I like it. Let's see. Do you get IRS malfunctions each startup? Never had that happen before. No, I don't. That's this flight here I goofed up, and I hit the AP off. I turned the APU off when I disconnected the GPU, but that was just a user. But I haven't had any issues with the IRSs yet. On day one when it came out, we used, you know, if you watch back on the stream, had a I think is a WASM crash, but the computers crashed up, and then after that, the entire sim froze up. But other than that, knock on wood, everything's been really, really good. Oh, landing lights off. Oh crap, hope I don't get dinged on that. I'm not sure if Fly the Line captures that or not. They might. That's 2,000 above, so that could be a problem. Have a day off from work, relaxing by watching this video. Awesome. Hey, welcome in. Hope you have a great day off. I have Friday off this week, Friday and Sunday. I'm really thinking about... I watched a review. I talked about it, yeah, I think it was yesterday, but I watched a review on the new Naked Gun movie that's coming up, I think, tomorrow. And the review is really, really good. So I'm really thinking about going to see it in theaters on Friday. I'm really leaning towards it. So I might, I don't know, well, I don't know what time I'd see it at. There's a morning one, and then there's a afternoon one. I think they're about the same price. So I'm considering seeing that for me it'd be 12:55 showing. I'm considering going to see that. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like my kind of humor. You know, like, you know, there's humor out there. Not everyone gets. It definitely seems like my kind of humor. Just kind of crazy, weird. Just kind of stupid humor. That's what it seems to be to me. And I like that it's only an hour and a half long, so they don't go crazy and, you know, make it this long, super, you know, drawn out movie. Let's see. Yeah, tickets are the same price. So I'm going to probably see the 12:55 showing, which means we'll hop on stream here Friday, do a flight or two, depending on how things go. And then I'll head out and go see a movie. I'm excited. All right, 18,000, nothing to worry about. We already have the standard pressure set. Even when I try, or sorry, even when everything's good, the best I get is 80. What's your highest score? Oh, for fly the line, highest was 96 today. A 96. I was impressed. That's the highest I got. I'm hoping I can get 98 today. I'm not going to get 100, I don't think. So it says right now it's about 74 minutes to get to our airport. 74 minutes. We look down here, our estimated arrival time, let's go out these airs, is 6:59. 6:59. It's currently 6:14. So that's 45 minutes. That means we're still scheduled to be about a half, or sir, what is that? About a half hour early? Is that math right? 45? Yeah. No. Yeah, about a half hour early almost. That's crazy. So, yeah, it really needs to do what you can to dial back the block times as much as you can. Like whatever seems to work for you, figure out what your average startup time is with your aircraft, and then work on that. So, like I said, I'm gonna do 10 to 15 minutes. I have it set right now for I think 10 to 25, and it seems to be giving me like that 20 minutes consistently. So if I do 10 to 15, that should probably be within my little thing. But yeah, I'm thinking about, we're probably going to end up being 20 to 30 minutes early on today's flight, which is going to ding us those extra little points we need. Hopefully I didn't get dinged on the lights. I don't know, again, I don't know if it tracks that, so we'll find out. Turning off the ground supply before APU. We've all done that before. Yep. I seem to make more of these mistakes when I stream, because, you know, I'm trying to talk and entertain and all that jazz and not thinking about the thing like I should be, which, you know, makes sense, I guess, in terms of why there's a thing called stereo cockpit, right? Because if you're just yapping like I do, you're gonna forget things. You're gonna hit the wrong buttons. You're not focused as much as you should be. I always get there a half hour early. Yeah, didn't realize the time affected that much. Yeah, time does affect it. So the last flight I did, I got dinged, I think 2 points for the arrival, 2 points for the, 2 points for the departure, 2 points for the arrival. I was in a touchdown zone, there was no negatives, which means those 4 points I lost was all because of time. It was all because of time. And I love the challenge, I really love the challenge of getting the timing down. I really like that. No other career mode has that feature that I'm aware of. So I really love that you really have to structure your flights. You know, just like in real life, planes just can't take off whenever the hell they want to. They have to wait for the last passenger to get unloaded, right? To get loaded on board. Now, if all the passengers are on board, everything's good, get the hell out of there as fast as you can, right? But you can't leave earlier than your departure time unless all the passengers are on there. So if you ever flown, you go to the airport, you know, departure time, let's say it's 2 o'clock, they open the doors at, you know, 45 minutes before. If all the passengers are on there, they can get their hell out of there as long as ATC allows them to push back and get the hell out. Make up that time. What I love about your videos is that you don't talk like an over excited 5-year-old. Yeah, I think I appreciate that comment. I do appreciate it. I like to be I'm myself, right? I'm not gonna, you know, get all excited if there's no need to be excited, right? I get some people are like that. I know people that are like that this are a little overly excited about things. I get it, you know, but I know also that, you know, content creators are supposed to be super entertaining and exciting and whatnot. And I come into the community to provide whatever detail I can, whatever knowledge I have to pass off to people, as well as bring people together where we can share as much knowledge as we can. That's what my passion has been here on this channel. Most definitely. I appreciate the comment. I wish the feedback was more informative of what is bringing down my score, but I love, yeah, I agree with you, Adam. I agree. It'd be nice to know, you know, exactly. Now there's a button you can click. I think it says detailed score or detailed report or something like that underneath the score, the big old score. You can click that button and it brings down a little bit more detail, so it gives you what your initial score is, and then what you got pluses based on each section, right? So climb and cruise and, you know, etc. So there is that, but it would be, yeah, I would agree. It would be really, really nice to have even further detail of why the score, you know. So if you got there 15 minutes early, it should say -2 points because of 15 minutes early. Or even like in the manual, like tell you in the system, or tell you in there, like every 5 minutes that you're early or late, you lose a point. You know, break it down that simple. But I spent some time in the Just Flight forum, just kind of browsing, just creeping, and they do seem to be passionate about the product, and that's really good. That's good to hear from the side of Just Flight, because Just Flight, you know, they can push out things sometimes and then just, that's it. Like, they push it out and they kind of forget about it. They got their money out of it. So I'm really hoping that they continue to focus on the product and continue to develop it, because it's really fun. I really enjoy it. It's something that pulled me away from APL, and I didn't know if there would be anything that could pull me away with this much excitement. You know, I left APL to go to On Air for a while. This was last year sometime. But I honestly didn't really enjoy On Air. On Air is just so much of a grind. There's just so much going on. It's just just overloaded with content in there, which is good. Like, that gives it a long end game. But it's just too much. The grind in is too much. I love a lot of the features and the capabilities of it. And I have no issues with the subscription because it's very reasonably priced. It's just a little overload for me, for what I'd like to do. Neofly is really, really good too, but Neofly is ideally more for your GA stuff. You can do airliner stuff in there, and they add a feature where you just jump right into airliners, but I feel it's more aimed towards GA stuff. That's the primary thing of it. APL is my bread and butter. It's pretty much exactly what I want in a career mode, minus a few things. I love the community aspect. I want the community aspect to come into Fly the Line, and then I feel Fly the Line might be the perfect little career mode for me. For me. Not for everyone, for me. Because everyone's going to want something a little different, right? There are going to be people that love the grind of On Air, or that love the GA focus. Also keep this in mind, if you are a GA pilot, there's a thing called Wings of Wealth in Fly the Line. I haven't used it yet, but essentially you hop into a prop plane and you do like side jobs, and you do it in little propeller planes. So you can do still do some GA stuff in Fly the Line. You know, it's not 100% only airliners, it's primarily airliners, but they have that ability, and I love that. It's a kind of a side thing where they left it open to allow you to kind of do what you want to do with it. I like APL, tells you it all. Yeah, APL is really nice. I love their UI. It's fantastic. Might be a dumb question, but how do you know if WASM is the cause of a crash? Well, so for me, I don't know how much truth there is to this. This is kind of just my experience. If any of the screens crash, typically I claim it to be a WASM. Now, the FENIX is going to be a little different, though, because the FENIX uses an external application as well. I don't know if these screens are running via that external application, their third-party plugin, or I guess it's their first-party plugin, but the plugin, or if it's just a tablet, or is it all of it? I don't know. So I don't know exactly what their little plugin does. It could very well run these screens, and if it does, well, that it could be the plugin crash. But but I don't know. I don't know for sure. But for me, it's always when the screens freeze up, so you're trying to click a button and nothing happens. These screens freeze up. That tells me it's a WASM crash, and there's not a damn thing to do about it, other than restart the sim. That's about it. I remember I was doing a flight with APL, and it was with a 350, and I had a WASM. No, was it with us? I think it was either the 777 or the 350, one of those two. But anyways, the screen's locked up, and I didn't notice it initially. Like, you know, you're cruising, you don't really pay attention to this, but then I'm like, wow, hell, we should be descending already. Oh no, I was looking at it, I was like, damn, why aren't we're not even moving? Like, we've been cruising for a half hour, it doesn't look like we've gone anywhere, and then I looked closer and everything was locked up. I was like, well, hell, I should have been descending like 20 minutes ago. So I ended up landing the plane on the belly on the runway with no gear, because I couldn't bring the gear because it's WASM. WASM locks up pretty much everything. However you have the plane configured at that very moment is how the plane is going to get on the ground. And so I ended up doing a 76 or something like that score on APL, which sucks. I should have just canceled it, canceled the flight with APL, but it was one of those longer flights, longer for me, quotes in there. But it worked out fine. It worked out fine. I hate on air. It's kind of confusing. It's a lot. It's a lot. I had to watch Kip on the Ground's videos. I had to watch APL or on air's videos and documentations just to kind of understand it. And I feel like if you have to watch a bunch of videos just to understand the base features of a product, it's too complex. It's too complex. You know what I mean? If you have to do that much, it's too complex. Again, it's a cool product. I think it's awesome. And it has a lot of features in it, but it's overload for me. It's overload for me. You know, it's like people have issues playing pretty much any of Ubisoft games. You know, Ghost Recon and Assassin's Creed and whatnot, and the Star Wars Outlaws game. Like all their titles. Once you get out of a certain world, part of the world, the training, the tutorial area, it opens up the map, and there's just a trillion different things. I remember when I first played Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I got out of the tutorial section. It was like 2 hours worth of tutorials, and you got into the actual map, and it was all covered, with clouds, whatever. And as you move, you start to unlock sections. And as I unlock these sections, I see how much crap there is to do in those sections. And then I look at how big the map, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get this done. I'm never going to get this done. I was just overwhelmed with just too much to do. Like, what should I do? And that same thing I think happens with On Air. There's just so much going on. So much to learn as well. But again, it's a cool program. It's very, very cool. I'm looking forward to Just Flight's upcoming Learjet. Ooh, yeah, the Learjet. I didn't buy the last Learjet, or the one that's currently available. I haven't bought that one. I flew a lot of Learjets back in Flight Sim 98 and 2001. And I really thought hard about getting the Citation X. That was before the FENIX came out. I'm glad I didn't, because knowing me, like, as soon as this FENIX came out, all other planes are on the back burner until I get the FENIX itch out of me. And that's probably going to be a bit. That's honestly going to be a bit. I'm having a blast flying this plane. I'm trying to get that landing down. Most of my landings are around that 220, minus 220. But right now I'm focused so much on fly the line. I just want to get the best score I possibly can. I want that 100. We have in one of the other discords, there's a challenge going on, and it's the first one to get 100 someone has to buy them a scenery or something. I can't remember what the challenge is. I think it's great. I've seen scores of like 98s. I haven't seen 100 yet. I want to get the 100. That's always been my thing with APL, is I want to try to get 100 all the time with APL. If I don't get my 100, then I'll upset. It's only 1 or 2 XP points. It's minimal XP points, but it's the satisfaction. It's the satisfaction of getting that 100. Alright, I'm going to start putting in my arrival stuff. I don't know exactly what we're going to get for the arrival. I'm expecting, as of right now, runway 26 left. But Beyondatc likes to be a little funky sometimes. So we'll kind of see what happens, and then if they change the runway, we're going to assess things as we go forward. We'll use them if it makes sense, but if it doesn't, we're not going to risk it. We're not risking it for the biscuit. Cruise up to 25, or sorry, winds at 250 at 12. So this makes sense for our runway. And the minimum here is 1670. 1670. Alright, we have that all set in there. Beautiful, grand. And the arrival's good. So then, on arrival, we're going to put in 10,000. That's looking good. Top of descent is looking to be right there, so we'll see what happens. Looks like we're going to end up coming around, doing a 180 for the arrival, and that looks pretty good. Should make perfect sense. Thank you for the explanation. The WASM crash answers the crash I had yesterday with the FMC frozen, and then a minute later, 2024 crashed. I wondered if it was a FENIX or Flight Line or GSX. Oh, so I personally have had issues with GSX. Personally, now I know people that don't have issues with it at all, and I just have issues with it. I don't know why. I don't know what my luck is with it, but I'm done with GSX. I'm writing it off unless they make some major like changes behind the hood. I'm kind of done with it. I just personally, I don't use the features enough to justify, one, the space it takes up, two, the performance hit, and then just, you know, the clutter. The only thing I end up using with GSX is the pushed back tug. You know, when I first got it, I was using the load, you know, load passengers, load the cargo, that kind of jazz. But honestly, really, for me, it's if you fly like cargo liners, like that seems to be the best thing for GSX. Then you can kind of see cargo going in there. That kind of looks cool. It looks really awesome. But again, I didn't use the features enough either. Alright, we should get top of the descent here pretty quick. My high score so far was a 96. That's what I got today. That's what I got today. I've seen a 98. I've seen a 98. I haven't seen a 100 from anyone. So it might be one of those things where it's rare to get. Rare to get. You gotta get that timing. Again, we're looking that good. We're at 57 minutes to go on the timer. And 58, so that's 28 minutes to go. Yeah, we're looking to be... Well, we're probably going to be in 20 minutes early. Master Copy, welcome in. How's the Delta going there in APL? Hopefully it's doing well. Eventually I'll jump back in APL and do another flight. Eventually. So top of descent's coming up pretty quickly here. We're not going to get too crazy. We're going to just patiently wait. But then we're going to request it if we get too close to it and don't get anything.
London radar, Eurowings 3 Alpha Romeo, through flight level 247 for flight level 370.
Eurowings 3 Alpha Romeo, Langen radar identified.
Alright, looking really, really good. Got some rain off to the side here. So it looks like we might hit a little bit of rain coming in, but the airport itself looks to be clear. Unless they're moving, the storm's moving up to the east, southeast here. It might very well be. It's going just left Atlanta, going to CLT. Give me a second. Oh, I don't want to cheat. Hold on. Charlotte, right? Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte. I don't know why that was so buggy. You know, it looks like the storm is moving. I saw the storm move. I saw the radar move it. So it looks like the storm is moving. So we would likely might have a pretty crappy arrival here with some storms. And let's see what happens. Let's try to make it interesting. Yeah, I've done that flight a couple times. Atlanta to Charlotte. I think I've done that one a few times. Alright, top of the descent's just about here. I haven't gotten our runway assignment yet, but it would make sense for it to be 26 left still. So let's go ahead and I'm going to bring up the Beyondatc menu here. I'm going to call for descent.
Lufthansa 2037, approaching our top of descent. Ready for descent.
Lufthansa 2037.
Oh, they're saying 8 right.
Transition, runway 08 right, descend to flight level 100.
No, that's a tailwind of 12 knots. We're not doing that.
Rocal 1 Alpha with the Rocal transition.
Alright,
runway
we're going to
08
ignore
right,
ATC for the
descend to
remainder of the
level
flight.
100, Lufthansa 2037.
We're going to ignore ATC for the rest of this flight. Alright, let's go ahead and do our top descent then. Alright, so with that said, let's go on down here and let's clear out that disco. This is where I really need Beyondatc to start getting its stuff together. If I was an APL, I would do it. If I was an APL, I'd definitely do it. But with Fly the Line, you can't have that heavy of a tailwind. And I'm not going to lose points because of Beyondatc being outdated with this METAR. Alright, so that's looking really good. Okay, so this should be fairly simple. We're going to have some rain coming in, but it shouldn't be too terrible. I'm going to see if the cat wants some food, so I'm going to step away for just a moment, so I'll be right back. Alright, flight level 300, looking really good on this approach. Yes, we have a headwind of 12 knots coming in for the arrival, no crosswind, so as long as it's not too terrible with the weather, it should be just fine coming on in to Munich. I'm kind of thinking I might jump over to a different airline after this. I'm just kind of limited though, because I'd like to fly the 319. Kind of limited. I really like the 319. I don't think Air New Zealand flies the 319. I think they're 320 and 321, right? Air New Zealand A319 does not operate 319, no. Yeah, so I'm pretty limited in what I can do. Does Aer Lingus fly the 319? I think Aer Lingus does, right? Aer Lingus. A319. Let's see. Yeah, Aer Lingus flies the 319. I wouldn't mind that. I might look at Aer Lingus. I think that might be fun. We got some red, geez. Some big storms coming up on our right here. Oh, the update's really good, Barry. I really, really love it. This is a damn fun plane. Damn fun plane. Oh yeah, I was gonna get Atlanta going up there. We'll look at the Aer Lingus routes.
Lufthansa 3 Papa Papa, contact Munich radar 120.65.
Kind of see if it's something that would be really fun to go to.
Contact Munich radar 120.65. Lufthansa 3 Papa Papa.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'll be flying the 319 for a bit. I got to eventually jump over to the 320 just to kind of get a feel of that too. But I think I'll be flying this 319 for a bit, at least through the rest of this week. You like the 321 better? I like the small planes. I'm very partial to small planes.
Center on 120.65, Lufthansa 2037.
But you get dinged on nav lights every time.
Munich
Major,
radar,
welcome in.
Lufthansa
Welcome on in, sorry.
2037.
Sorry, just woke. Hey, no, only just woke up. No worries. No worry at all. Life is life. Sleep is good. So my wife started a new job on Monday, and she's been getting up really early. Well, today and a little bit earlier yesterday, and I've been just getting up around the same time. So I've been up for 4 hours now. It's 10 a.m. my time, and I've been up 4 hours, which I guess works out because recently I just haven't been tired at night. Well, getting up early will make me tired at night. So when I get off work today, I'll probably end up being much tired. How much longer are you on for? The flight should be another... What's the arrival time here? We're looking at an ETA of 6:57. Another 20-ish minutes or so. So maybe 25 minutes, maybe, give or take 30 minutes total for the stream. Just doing the one flight today, and that's it. I wasn't going to stream today. But I figured I was gonna do this flight either way. I already did one flight this morning. I was gonna do this flight either way. So I said, what the hell? I'll stream today, and then maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not really thinking about it for tomorrow. I think I need to take a day off, but thinking about taking a day off tomorrow, and then we'll do at least 2 flights on Friday. At least 2 flights on Friday before I head out to the movie, if I end up going to it for sure. Not 100% certainty still, but highly likely. Let's see. You sound way too young to be married. Well, I appreciate the compliment. I think it's a compliment, right? My voice is young. I look young. I've always getting compliments about how I look, and then people are like, "Whoa, you're 40?" Yeah, I am 40. I got the white hair. I got the gray hair. Although I've had that for over 20 years now. It's just gotten a little bit more whiter over the past couple of years with, stress. Yeah, I don't have a deep voice, I can't be, what's that guy's name? What's the guy that has who's that singer, Barry, something Barry, right? Barry White, isn't it Barry White? Can't be deep like Barry White. Although I could maybe talk like this all the time. See how things roll like that. That won't work. Barry says, I'm on night shift. Oil rig. Ooh, really? Oil rig? That seems like a dangerous job. Oil rig? Seems really dangerous. One of my sister's, Barry White. One of my sister's boyfriends she had many years ago used to do oil stuff up in North Dakota when the oil boom was going on up there, and he was making bank. He'd end up working like whatever, a month's worth of time, having like a day off, maybe a week. But he was putting in like 70 hours a week, but he was banking so much money. Dude was like filthy rich with money, had a nice car, and just doing really well. And then he'd have like he'd have like 2 weeks off, just do whatever for 2 weeks, and then go do it again for another month. He loved it, hard work, but he said the money paid for itself, and having the 2 weeks off every month was really nice. Question: why do you normally only do one flight in less than 400 miles normally? Because of time. All because of time. So I work in the afternoon. So I normally start my job in the afternoon. So I get up, early-ish in the morning, go through my routine, take a shower and all that jazz, and then hop in for a flight. And by the time we're done with that one flight, it's time to pretty much go to work. That is why. So if you see me do 2 or 3 flights, that's because I have a day off. And then I try not to stream too much when my wife's home because I don't want to annoy her. You know, I'm not terribly loud, but, you know, you get excited sometimes. And the 400 nautical miles, that's obviously because of timing as well. Try to keep the so that I can keep the stream in a reasonable time frame, so I'm not like crunching for time. Like on Tuesday I was crunching for time. I was only going to do the 1 flight with the 737 MAX and contemplated maybe doing a second one. Then of course halfway through the flight we see that the big FENIX update came out, and I was like, well, hell, we got to fly that. There's nothing to do about that. I got to fly that. And today I start just a little bit later at work, so you know, I got a little bit more time to work with today, but not a whole lot. Half hour, so it's not crazy. But by the time we get on the ground here, it'll be an hour and a half worth of flying or streaming, and you know, that's my normal. That's my normal. Buddy, I joined the army. I joined the army with. Sorry, I joined the army with made a little fortune on oil rigs in Texas. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I'm in the middle of the ocean, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Oh, jeez, in the middle of the ocean? Holy smokes. Gonna try and take off from where you're going if it loads up quick. But yeah, I'm on the... What are we on? We're on the East US server. East US server. And I do have multiplayer on. You can see, yeah, multiplayer's on. I got Susie Dino in the back out there. Yeah, multiplayer's on.
Munich arrival, Lufthansa 2037. Flight level 132.
Lex, hey Jay, welcome in. Did you order your WinWing? Yeah, I did. I ordered the McDo. It was when I was looking on the WinWing site, the Boeing, the PFP was on a wait list or whatever you call it, a pre-order or something. But the McDo was available right now and then. So that's why I chose it. We're not listening to ATC for this arrival. We're gonna switch comms here. We're not burning through my points. Alright, comms are completely turned off now. Lufthansa, yeah, German flight, yeah. This is a real world flight they do. Well, at least from what Flight Lines tell me. It's a real world flight. I'm not sure if it's a 319, but it's a real world flight. That's something that is nice about APL as well, is that APL will, by default, give you the aircraft that it uses in real life as well. Whereas this one is just giving you the route. But at the same time, I change the aircraft most of the time, regardless. Not much of a difference in that aspect. I'm ex-military and used to spend months away from home. Used to be great coming home from post-deployment. Oh, I'm sure. Binging Flight Sim. Turning into an Airbus fan. Well, I've always loved Airbus. Like, they've always been great planes. Like, I love flying them here in the sim, and I love being as a passenger. But I've loved flying it. Flying the iFly 737 MAX, flying the PMDG 737-700. Man, like, once I get out of the FENIX update kind of mode here, I'll be back in that MAX. But I absolutely love this FENIX update, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. As good as that MAX is, it's gonna be tough. Really flying it, because this FENIX really set the bar at a really high level. We're gonna put in 5,000 for the altitude now. 5,000. Nate, welcome on in. We are in an alternate universe. You are in the FENIX this morning. I'm in the iFly. Really? Jay Russ is in the iFly even with the FENIX update? That's wild. I love Flyline. I think Flyline's really, really cool. Speaking of Flyline, I have to update the arrival runway 26 left. So I don't get dinged on that. One thing I've noticed is... what was I going to say? Oh, the touchdown zones, the length of the touchdown zones are a lot smaller in Europe airports than in the US. That's what I'm noticing with Fly the Line. It's rather interesting. Let's go up a little bit here. Actually, no, we go down, I guess. Oh, which way are we going? Yeah, up. There we go. Okay. 5,000 and then 4,000. Okay, so we're going to put 4,000 in the box. That's looking good. So that's 15. We're looking at about 18 nautical miles out for the turn here. And then that's going to be about what, 5 to 6 nautical miles at that point. Nate, yeah, you got a membership. I'm not sure where from. Specs, Lucas. Specs. That should be what you're looking for. I'm waiting for the PMDG to get the 737 series to 2024, but I love the FENIX A320 now. Yeah, I think a lot of people are waiting. For me, here's what I'm gonna do when it comes to the PMDG. If it's not a paid update, I'll install it, of course, because I already own it. If it's a paid update, I might pass on it. Unless there's something majorly that's changed with it, I might pass on it. There's a chance I might pass, because that iFly, I know they're two different planes. I understand that part. You know, Max versus the 700 or 800, whatever it be. I know they're different planes, but I'm happy with the Max. It fulfills the Boeing need I have for the 737. So I'm pretty content with that. All right, flight director, or sorry, the LS is on, sorry. So 9 nautical miles out at this point, looking pretty good. Not a fan of the altitude we're at, but I think we'll be all right. If I had the money to dump, I'd get the next Msfs version to get the Boeing 707. Oh yeah. You talking about Flight Sim 2020? PMG is good, and I have several of their 737s. The iFly is really awesome. Something about it's different, and it seems more fun to me. Yeah, that's how I am, J. Russ, as well. I would rather fly, personally, I'd rather fly the iFly than I'd rather fly the PMDG. But, you know, it's a personal preference. Again, we're ignoring ATC because it's trying to give us a runway that doesn't really make sense for this arrival. Runway 26 left, we're going to exit to the right once we're landed. Everything's looking pretty good so far. I don't like where their speed is. I'm going to go and bring out some speed brakes. We're going to do a flaps 4 arrival today. Flaps 4 arrival. Would be willing to learn that to fly with you, but other than that, only airline I'm interested in is DC-10, which isn't in the game. Yeah, I get it. You're more into the fighter stuff. I get it. I totally get it. When I was when I wasn't into the airliner stuff, I was into GA stuff. I wasn't really watching people fly airliners. I wasn't interested in that. You know, that wasn't what captured my attention in Flight Sim. But then I got into airliner stuff, and now I don't watch anyone that does GA stuff really. It's funny how the tables have turned with that. I just moved over to 2024 today, finally decided to make the move. Nice. Congratulations, yeah. Yeah, Russia had that big, right off the coast, Russia had that big earthquake. Yeah, thankfully it didn't cause a lot of harm, it looks like. Based on the initial stuff I'm looking at, didn't cause anything major, which obviously is really, really good because that had the potential to be disastrous and large of an area that you know, that it was covering. All right, flaps 2 for the arrival. Localizers captured. Glide slope should be next. We're a little high, I think, on this approach. All right, let's go ahead and bring our VS down. What's the airport at elevation-wise? 16 for the minimum. Yeah, I feel like we're high. I've not tried the iFly. Might take a look. Yeah, it's really cool. The iFly is really good. Are you using DLSS? Yes. Matthew, welcome on in. I land better in the iFly than the PMDG. Good route. EDDF to LPPT. I'll check a look at that. All right, there's our airport. There's Major. Yeah, we are high on this approach. Let's go ahead and turn AP off. That's what happens when I'm yapping too much. Alright, see if we can bleed off some of this altitude nicely. We're not terribly high, but we are just slightly high. We're also really fast coming in, so hopefully that doesn't ding me too much as well. I'm not expecting 100 on this one. Definitely not expecting 100 on it. Okay, we're back within the glide slope now. I'm going to bring up that nose just a little bit. This major taking off as we're landing. Speed brakes are still out, trying to bleed off some of the speed. Doesn't want to, though. It really doesn't want to. 4K. Alright, because of that, we're going to go up here. We're going to do a flaps 3 arrival. I said I was going to do 4, but we're doing 3 now. Alright, let's bring out those flaps 3. Bring out the gear. That should help bleed out the rest of that speed. Let's switch this to LS. Alright, looking good. Spoilers are armed for the arrival. Alright, looking grand. Last time we flew at Major, it looked like he was flying in an airliner, but he's flying, yeah, see, he's doing the same thing. That's because I have my traffic set to medium, I think. Or low. I might be on low. Might be on low. We're a little low on this approach now, but we'll make it work. That's fine. I gotta hit that touchdown zone. That's what matters the most. Use DLSS is an awesome thing to have, especially with EJET. Yeah, for sure. I love DLSS. I think it's good. You know, I understand why people don't like FrameGen. I understand why people don't like the DLSS stuff. I get it. I totally get it. It does have ghosting. It does have, you know, some artifacts that pop up. But for me, I'd rather have the performance than those little tiny artifact issues. You know, having a nicer screen here would be nice. You know, a sharper screen, but that's fine. My flaps 4 arrival I did earlier today, it was really weird because it kept on telling me to retard even though I was on the ground for the most part. Like, it was kind of broken. Alright, looking good. Touchdown zone's really tight here.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
40, 30, 20, retard.
Alright, bring it back. Come on, buddy, touchdown.
5.
There. Ooh, that might be the best landing I've had in this update. That felt nice. That felt really nice. Reverses coming on out. That felt damn nice. Let's see if we're in the touchdown zone, though. I didn't feel the float. All right, we're gonna exit here on the right. Flaps coming up. Over to Arch. There's our call. We got the clearance that we landed, and landed at 55. So 58's when we can turn off our engines. We're just gonna watch the time here. When we give it 3 minutes, 58. Landing lights are off. Spoilers are just armed. Let's go up here to the top, and let's go flaps off there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will
Retracted. Okay.
leaving their seats to perform
And we'll just park. We'll find our gate here and park in our area. That felt good. That felt really, really good. I had 2 awesome crashes with the 350 this morning. Oh, jeez.
electronic devices for messaging.
Lex convinced me on the iFly. Having so much fun. That's awesome.
Take all your personal belongings with you.
Yeah, iFly is a damn fun plane.
Underneath.
It is. I think it might be my favorite plane.
As items may have
I personally think it's my favorite plane here in the sim.
smoking is not
As good as this plane is, I think it's really, really good.
designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew,
We need to send Lex an invoice.
pleasure looking after you today.
He was why I got the iFly too. Send it to my manager, P2. And then you can do CEO Will on there too. Those are the managers. You know, those guys are up to no good. I love the bridge here. This is really cool. This bridge is really cool here. Alright, swinging over to the left. I know this is not where we're supposed to go, but I'm just going to find a parking spot. Call it good. I love the bridge. This is a well done bridge, except for this fence. Fence is kind of off. Fence is a little off, but that's fine. There's a CRJ. I think this is where the heavies might come park. That's a big old plane there. Yeah, DLSS should help with forms. Yeah, for sure. Had that bug like a year ago. Do you get ghosting on glass springs with DLSS? Yeah, you get some ghosting for sure. Yeah, it does happen. Nothing like crazy, but you'll see ghosting mostly with like the speed or with the altitude. I think that's where I normally get most of the ghosting. There's a major flying over us, I think. Yeah, ending the stream here pretty quick. We're gonna take a look at flight line and see how we did, and then I'm gonna look at Aer Lingus, and I might jump over the Aer Lingus for my next flights, which would be for me to fly tomorrow. But yeah, this will be just one flight today. Okay, don't know why I get the ghosted displays when changing altitudes. Yeah. Oh, you don't get them? Oh, you really get them or don't get them? I get it. I definitely get it too. Nothing like, you know, nothing aggressive, but I have mine set for quality. And so it should be it should be as minimalist as it can do. All right. Park and brake is set. GPU chocks good. Toggle the jetway good. Up here. And are we good with time? Yep, we're good with time. Turn that there. Do these guys off. Okay. Let's get rid of Beyond ATC.
Cabin crew disarm doors.
We'll go ahead and bring up this dude. Okay, ready? 79% in the touchdown zone, 279, so a little harder than I thought. That's interesting. End the flight. Let's see what we got, buds. Let's see what we did. Oh, geez, 82? Ouch. Okay, wow. Okay, I went backwards. We were 10 minutes early. We were arrived 29 minutes early. Jeez. -1 on the arrival. Why did I get one? Why did I get one negative on landing? What happened there? Exceeded vertical speed. Oh, I was a little aggressive on the descent. Okay, that makes sense. I was a little high on the approach. That makes sense. Dang. I was hoping I'd be at least in the 90s. But here you can click on score breakdown. And this breaks it down further. So I had one negative, so I lost 12 points. I lost 12 points on that? So it would have been a 94. And then I lost some points. I'm thinking I lost 2 points here. Because I think it's 5 points total here. So, okay, let's do the math. So 94 if I didn't have this negative. 94, so that means there's 6 points missing. So 2 plus 4 is the 6. Yeah. So I think these are 5. So I lost 4 points because it was 79% in touchdown zone. And I lost 2 points because of being too early, 29 minutes early. So I'm thinking this is every 10 minutes is a point. Damn. So this touchdown zone is a huge thing. Wow, that's crazy. All right, well, that ends this sector. I did just 2 flights in this sector. So thank you for entertaining videos. I don't normally watch this type of video at all the way through. I appreciate coming in. Very much appreciate it. Jay says, we'll post up on Discord on my current flight. It's tough add-on. Definitely pushes us to pay. Yeah, it definitely pushes us to pay attention. Absolutely. $168 for this sector. Here's my bonus. I got $750 for the shift, $300 for that. I'll take it. And what is this? Oh, I must finish the whole four shifts, or the four sectors. So that boosted things. Fatigue went up to 86. Very, very nice. Personal life went up too. That was struggling. Very cool. And then here's just the basic information. Watch your vertical speed on landing. I got almost 20 hours worth of fly the line since Friday. That's pretty darn good. Bank balance $784. What happened there? Jeez. I lost all my money. I lost a lot of money. I was at like 3,000. Alright, now we're going to be making... Oh, I got a 6,000 bonus though, damn. We're going to be making $500 per day. That's very nice. Alright, so then here's the next set of... Actually, wasn't this one that was suggested? What was the one that was suggested? Oh, LPPT. Okay, yeah, this is not. Okay. So here's what I have for the next set of routes if I want to stay with... What is going on here? United States. What the hell? That's got to be a bug. Yeah, what the hell? Why is it showing... This is the first... This is with Delta. Yeah, I don't know why that's showing up. Anyways, we're going to look at real quick scope first. And what I'm looking for is I want to get this route repeater. So I need one more point. So I'm going to wait. This one allows you to bid on preferred routes and submit requests. And then, so this would be cool because I think one of these two allows you to skip a flight. Like, I know you can take vacation day if you want to skip a flight, but I think one of those actually allows you to skip a flight. So I want to go ahead. We're going to look at our route now. What do I do? Here we go. I'm going to click on that button. I'm still not sold on this yet. I understand. I get it. It's different, especially when you put in a lot of time in APL. I'm assuming it's got my model wrong, but I'm besides you. Yeah, it probably is wrong. There's Major in his airliner. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over here, and we're gonna go clear out this, and we're gonna do Aer Lingus. How do you spell Lingus? Is it L-E-U? What is it? How do you spell Aer Lingus? L-I-N. L-I-N. Oh, is Aer Lingus not in here? No way. Oh, hold on. How do you clear it? Aer I-G. Is Aer Lingus really not in here? That can't be right. What's the call sign? E-I-N. E-I-N. Wow, no way. Aer Lingus is not in here. That's crazy. That's wild. That's a pretty normal big airport or airline. I can't believe Aer Lingus isn't in here. Yeah, no matches. That's crazy. Wow. That's pretty wild. Let's see. I wasn't sold on it either until I had that. We didn't. Oh, yeah. Until he didn't have to do the health stuff. Yeah, and you just do scheduling. Yeah, that's where Jay got into it for sure. Matthew says the reason I'm not sold on it is I do a lot of long haul right now. 50% of my flights. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. Let's see. Makes sense, Matthew. I'm only using FSLDL for Southwest, and then yeah. Or sorry, not FSL, FTL. Yep. Scotland says EIN. Yep. Aer Lingus. Yep. Want to see me break some rules? Did you try EIN? I got it. You got it? Okay, let's try. Let's clear this all out. EIN. Yeah. Can I put up here? No. Okay, let's close out of it real quick. Let's go back in. What the hell? Alright, to clear everything out. What is going on? Alright, clear. EIN. Yeah. I have nothing. It's not showing up. I can't put EIN up there. Yeah. No matches. That's crazy. Why are there no matches? Airline name, Aer Lingus. Nope. Just type in EIN in the search only. Yeah, didn't I do that? Up here, right? E-I-N. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Why is... Oh, E... Oh, that's why. Because I'm an idiot. It's A-E-R. I'm an idiot. All right, that's why. All right, so we have our thing now. Oh my gosh. All right, here's where you can do your turnaround stuff. So I'm gonna put in 10 at the minimum. I'm gonna do 15. Let's do 15 max. We're gonna do that. Turnaround times 10 to 15. Okay, and then we're gonna do just 2 sectors. We're gonna search. What happened? Invalid. Oh, select. Does that keep my things here? 10 to 15. Okay, so that's all saved. 2 sectors, 45-minute flights. No destinations found. Okay, so we gotta increase it a little bit. Find routes. No destination found. Try increasing to minimum. Alright, minimum. Wow, okay. Well, I guess we're not doing Aer Lingus. Oh, because I'm at the... Okay, let's try this. Hold on, let's try this. I was at the wrong airport. Let's change this to 45. And then we're going to switch this to... We'll do that. Do the to 45. Alright, somewhere around there. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we got one... We got one route here. We got Dublin to Gatwick, and then we got London Heathrow. Now, what the hell? Might as well. Let's do that. We're going to accept the route. Commit. Yeah, I did the E-I. I did error. Because I'm an American. I'm an idiot. Let's see. Sounded good, I guess. Instead of air. Yeah. Welcome to Necessity Salty. Alright, so we're building a schedule here. We're going to see what how it looks on here. I'm going to see what the route time frame is and all that jazz. This can sometimes take a bit. I wonder what it's doing behind the scenes that takes so long. I've always been curious about that. Now we're playing the waiting game, the waiting game, the waiting game. I don't know. Yeah, I wonder why. Just got Flight of the Line last night. Seems pretty good. Yeah, or pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I think it's a great little add-on. Offers a lot of little extra things that other career modes don't really offer. Been loving On Air. Yeah. Like I said, On Air it's a good add-on. It's very, very good, and the pricing model is extremely good. The only thing about On Air is it's just overwhelming sometimes. I restarted so many times. Like your On Air career, or what? I wonder why it's taking so long. I don't know if it crashed or what. Well, it might have crashed. I guess I'll review that another time. But either way, that's going to end today's stream. I do appreciate everyone coming in. Oh, there it goes. Now it's applying changes as soon as I say that. All right, so here we go. We have our 2 flights we have going on with Aer Lingus. We have the first one. It's 262 nautical miles. The second one's going to be the same thing. So this is a return flight. It's 14-minute pushback time, so still that time. Late traveling to work 1 minute, so I lost a minute for that. So keep that in mind too. Also, if you do change your pushback stuff, you could potentially be late for your arrival. And then we have almost 7,000 here in the account. And so we're on day 10. We have 5 days remaining before we have to do our evaluation. We have sick days. We have almost 4 holiday days we can take to remove one of these flights that will allow us to recover. So have to keep that in mind as we get closer to our 5 days on there. I'm doing the 2 sectors now just because I like to jump around an awful lot. So we'll kind of see how it works out. But again, thanks everyone for coming in. We're going to end the stream here. We'll see everyone for the next stream, which will probably be on, I'm guessing Friday. I'm going to say Friday. I probably won't do anything tomorrow. But you never know. Who knows with the way I like to operate. Again, we'll see everyone Friday. Take care.